All right. That marriage is over. Let's go to this one right here. This appears to be a skit, but this is a skit of a guy that says, I hate my wife so much. All right. Take a look at this guy. We reviewed this over on Twitch. Listen to this guy. It is quite interesting as to what he's saying.
The only reason why I'm with her is because...
Let me refresh it. All right, let me see here. He says, I hate my wife. He's a funny looking character, isn't he? But I think he's Coach Gang.
I've been sitting in this car for about 2 hours now because I refuse to go inside and be with my wife. Like, I hate her that much. The only reason why I'm with her is because I'm broke and I don't have nowhere else to go. Like, I can't afford the rent on my own, and she makes more money than me. So, I mean, if I was to get a good job tomorrow, I'd be gone just like that. With a woman I really want. But I can't afford the woman I want, so I got to settle for her. Literally. If we're being honest, I think I'm doing her a favor. Because she got low self-esteem anyway, and she bad built, so she should be lucky that I'm with her, if that makes sense. So I don't feel guilty about it, but I mean, you know, some gotta give because I can't keep doing this. Like, I could be with somebody I really want, but I refuse to do more, you know? I'm kind of comfortable with being nothing. Bro, I've been sitting in this car for about 2 hours now.
Okay, so this guy proves a lot what I'm saying. I don't think he's... I don't know if he's telling the truth. I think he's trolling, but there are men in marriages just like this. Trust me, they're just like this. I've been sitting in this car for 2 hours, don't want to go in the house because...
Because I refuse to go inside and be with my wife.
Why?
Like, I hate her that much.
There's some people that do, man. Look at his eyes, man. Wow. And look at that nose. Oh my goodness. And your face is looks like, yeah, I don't know, it's melting on one side. You might want to check your liver or your kidneys. You might have a little bit of water retention on one side here. It might be a stroke. I don't know. All right, but what do you say right here? I hate her.
The only reason why I'm with her is because I'm broke and I don't have nowhere else to go.
What do I warn you about? I warn you about this exact predicament. 50-50 relationships where you barely make enough to cover your expense and you're with a woman that covers barely enough to cover her expenses. You're going to be in this situation. You can't leave. He says, I can't go anywhere because I'm broke. Yes, sir. That is simple.
Can't you get it through your thick skull that I'm broke?
When you go 50-50, it's an L. All right. You're running right into this situation. So watch out for this mindset. You're a slave to the marriage and the slave in the marriage because you're a slave to her finances. And then he says this right here, which is even funnier, but it's a CGA talking point.
Like, I can't afford the rent on my own, and she makes more money than me, so...
Okay, so she makes more money than you. I would never really date a woman that makes more money than me, despite the fact that when women say they want a guy that makes more, everybody gets pissed, but I get it. I'm calling the shots. I'm the big boss. Even if I don't make more money, I'm the big boss. But just on GP. Okay, yeah. Just on GP. So he's broke. He can't go anywhere. He can't afford his own rent. So he stays with a woman. He stays with the marriage. He stays with the wife. When I say most people settle, this is most marriages, man. Like this. This is what y'all dealing with. This is what y'all dealing with. And then he says,
I mean, if I was to get a good job tomorrow, I'd be gone just like that.
Just like that.
With a woman I really want.
With a woman I really want. What do I tell you? You're not with the woman you want. You're with the woman you can get. Especially when you're doing it like this. 50-50, her sharing the bills, her paying for dinners, half the dinners, right? Partnerships. You're not the woman you want. You're not with the woman you want. You're settled. You're with the woman you can get. If I had money and bossed up, I would get the woman I want. I would at least try. But I damn sure would not get this woman if I had money. I told you that yesterday. Soon as you get to a different financial position, you eliminate a whole bunch of buzzards. Okay? A whole bunch of buzzards. But let's see what he says here. As soon as I get money, I would get the woman I want.
But I can't afford the woman I want, so I got to settle for her.
Facts. I can't afford the woman I want. You better boss up, nigga, so I got to settle for her.
You better boss up, nigga.
Told you. I can't afford the woman I want, so I gotta settle for her. I bet you she a big back too. And
literally, if we're being honest, I think I'm doing her a favor.
Oh, why?
Because she got low self-esteem anyway, and she bad built, so
she bad built.
She should be lucky that I'm with her, if that makes sense.
Goodness.
So I don't feel guilty about it, but I mean, you know, some gotta give because I can't keep doing this. Like, I can be with somebody I really want.
I can be with someone I really want. This is what you're doing out here. This is a lot of guys are doing this. And y'all literally think y'all doing better than CGA. Well, at least I got me somebody. No, I don't want the person you got. She trash. She said she bad built.
But I refuse to do more, you know? I'm kind of comfortable with being nothing.
But I refuse to do more. I'm comfortable being nothing.
Better boss up, nigga.
Sheesh. She not out of your league. She's out of your price range. I keep saying. I don't even want to do better than life, though. I don't even want to do better. I'm comfortable doing and being nothing. This is a lot of men. A lot of men are just like this. And you wondering why you getting the results you're getting. Goodness gracious. The Money Mindset 2025. Join us if you are looking to elevate your mindset to the next level and get your financial information and game back to where it needs to be. This is the Blue Chip Mindset on steroids. We have 80 plus episodes from the last 2 years that you missed available via playback. You can get all of those episodes. Also, every live stream on Sunday night with all of our great contributors with subjects, cryptocurrency, investment, money 101, money 201. Also, if you're looking to become a social media content creator, this is the group for you. 2 times a month, we give you content creator information about how much money you can make via content creation. What are the most popular forms of content creation coming forward in the next few years, and how you can capitalize on an opportunity to be a content creator. Join patreon.com/Coach Greg Adams to find the Money Mindset link. Let's get our Blue Chip Mindset on. The window is still open. All right, he pretty much covers CGA's She Monetized talking point. With this being said right here, let's go to this video right here. We have Budget Timu Aisha Curry, or either Aisha Curry's mama. All right. And she has this to say about a man who worked his day at the job, at the plant, and she wants him now to commit to participating in chore play. Chore play, yes. And as you can see, these people have been married for quite a long time. So let's hear what she has to say here.
I'm just saying, as soon as y'all realize the fact that when you get off of work, you don't get to lay down. You don't get to lay down. You don't get to relax. You don't get to go to sleep. Get it out your head. There's still stuff to do. We got laundry. We got trash. We got bottles. We got dishes. We got quality time. We have things to do. Now, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock roll around. All right, cool. Go to bed. That's what bed is for. But at 5 o'clock, when you're getting off, you don't get to go to sleep. You don't. As soon as that clicks, it gets together, you'll figure it out.
You about to go viral for this one.
It's a real thing. Because when I get off work, I'm still working.
When did you become in control of my bedtime? Wow! Let me zoom. Oh, I wish I could zoom in. Don't tap my phone with it.
And then point 1. Uno.
Oh.
Dos.
Oh.
Okay. Got it.
Oh, you see the pivot? You see the bait and switch? You see the bait and switch. Now, is she wrong? Not necessarily. However, you see what happens when you give them the leverage. So the leverage in her mind to dictate when he goes to sleep, what he does, when he wakes up, sounds like a slave master. She's saying, because you married me and you gave me these kids, I now control you. I am now your master. I tell you when to wake up, when to go to sleep, what to do, and blah, blah, blah. Guys, you think I've been making this up? That's the bait and switch. Let's go to the marriage will. That's called the bait and switch. She didn't do that until, she even admits, she didn't do that until the marriage. happened. Now that the marriage happened, I can pivot and switch up on your ass. Now you on the plantation. Yes, now you're a slave. I get to dictate the rules. Bait and switch phase. That means I get to say what you do and you got to agree to it. If you disagree, then I get to pull ye old rug. This is them explaining everything I've taken years to explain where people don't understand. There's guys that are in marriages that literally be like, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. Guys, yeah, that's how it works. Because they all stuck in the matrix. They think that this is how marriage works. I get to tell you in the live stream when you don't live stream. Why? Because I had a kid and I'm married and I get to be your boss. I'm your massa. All right, show them the gun line boss. That is power. That's leverage. When I talk about leverage and options, it's significantly leverage and options. So if you wanted to get married with leverage and options, you can dictate this because she said she works. Because she works, he needs the money. He needs the rent. Because she's in a partnership. That means because I'm working and come home and do have to do ish, that means you do too. So hence, don't think you're fixing to take a nap after your work shift. I don't give a fuck if you work 12 hours. And she sat there counting beans at her job. She sat there counting beans and firing off emails, but you worked a hard laborer's job, and then you came home to take a nap. Remember I used to tell you the story, and I used to show you videos that wives would be pissed when men come home and take a nap. They don't like that. I showed you videos. I showed you I experienced that. There's either a content creator that I know that I'd never say his name. He has a video. Somebody showed me a video of him even admitting, and yes, he's in the manosphere. Him admitting that he cannot take a nap in his own house. Yes, he admitted this. There's a clip. Somebody put a clip on my locals. And I was like, damn. He says, nah, I can't take a nap. My wife doesn't like me taking the naps. And he's a red pill manosphere content creator. A well-known one too. But I told you when I was married, my wife would do the same thing. And he explained it as evolutionary psychology. So her take, what's happening is when the guy comes home, he might be fatigued because he's doing physical work. What would happen is if you lie down and take a nap, your wife is going to be pissed. So what she'll do is she'll slam cabinet doors. She'll clean pots and pans. She'll run the vacuum cleaner. She'll do everything. She'll stop around the house and so forth and so on. This is her being dismissive of you taking a nap. So she'll interrupt the nap. She'll put the kids on your lap. You'll be sitting like this. And she'll put the kids on your lap. I remember one time my daughter when she was a baby, she used to hit me. She used to punch me on the face if I was sleeping because they think you're playing with them. So they'll get up in your face and you sleep on the couch. And then the kids will think you're playing and they'll hit you with a toy right square in your face. Anybody ever had that happen? Because they think you're playing with them. So they're like, I'm going to hit you so you wake up. Yep, they'll do this shit. They'll walk outside and ring the doorbell. Okay, so yep, they'll ask it. So it's what happens. This is what she's explaining, just so you guys know. That he wants to come home and take a nap, and she says, no, you're not taking a nap. She basically telling him, you're not taking a nap. Why? Because I don't get to take a nap. Okay, my question is, well, when I do stuff, does that mean you have to do stuff? All right. When I'm doing stuff, that means you have to do it? The answer is no. So if you start telling them that everything you do, they have to do, which I think is completely counterproductive in a relationship. I don't think you need to be doing the same thing at the same time as someone else to feel like we're working towards the same goal. All right. But what she's saying is, no, if I'm doing chores, you're doing chores. This is a very childish way to look at productivity. Because he might be a night owl. She might go to sleep. Or she might be, when she's watching reruns of Sex and the City and whatever she's watching, he might get to work then. That might be when he wants to do his work, because now you're distracted and he could do the work without you even. So this mindset of what she's saying, I think, is false, because she only wants him to do stuff when she does stuff. If I'm doing stuff, that means you have to do stuff. That's a very childish way to look at. That's a very childish way to look at how to accomplish things, even in a house. It's very childish. But let's go back and take a look here.
I'm just saying, as soon as y'all realize the fact that when you get off of work,
okay, y'all, these are men.
You don't get to lay down. You don't get to lay down. You don't get to relax. You don't.
Yeah, but my goodness, let me start this over, man, because this sounds like slavery to me, even on her side.
I'm just saying, as soon as y'all realize the fact that when you get off of work, you don't get to lay down. You don't get to lay down. You don't get to relax. You don't get to go to sleep. Get it out your head. There's still stuff to do.
There's still stuff to do. Why do we have to do it now? Why do I have to do my part now?
We got laundry. We got trash. We got bottles. We got dishes. We got quality time. We have things to do. Now, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock roll around. All right, cool. Go to bed. That's what bed is for. But at 5 o'clock, when you're getting off, you don't get to go to sleep.
You don't get to go to sleep. All right, listen. You worked your life, your entire fucking life. As a man, you got your degrees, you got your certifications, you work, you deal with the red tape and the politics at the office or at the plant or in the field, or you do all of this shit only for you to come back and have this be your wife slave driving you, right? You don't get to do this. You don't get to do that. When y'all gonna understand that you do not go to sleep until I tell your monkey ass to go to sleep. Now, when you get leverage, you can get out of this to an extent. They're still gonna have this mindset of I'm doing more than you and around the house than yourself. I'm doing it, but this is very, very emotional. This is obsessive controlling for sure. This is very controlling and abusive in my opinion. Now, let's continue here. But she's also talking about quality time. You still got some stuff to do. You got to answer to me. I'm now your manager. You got to answer to me. Listen to the things she acknowledged here.
Now, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock roll around. All right, cool. Go to bed. That's what bed is for. But at 5 o'clock, when you're getting off, you don't get to go to sleep.
Wow.
You don't. As soon as that clicks, it gets together, you'll figure it out.
Yeah, it gets together. As soon as you remember, I'm going to start withdrawing consent from pussy. So no more pussy from you if you think that's how you're going to do. As soon as that clicks, she waved around her pelvic area.
You about to go viral for this one.
It's a real thing. Because when I get off work, I'm still working.
So what? That's not working. You're being a parent, right? You're being responsible and doing the things you're supposed to do. If you consider this work, then you shouldn't have got married and become a parent. Because if you look at marriage and being a parent as work, okay, to me, you're doing it wrong. I never looked at being a parent in doing what I do as a parent or a spouse as work. All right, but they look at it as work because they really don't want to do it. All right, but so they'll do it for you, but they want to benefit from it. So they want to get paid. This is when they say stay-at-home wives should get $200,000 a year. They look at it as work. Well, these are the first generations that looked at it as work. Okay, so they want to get monetized for it. Their boss pays them to count beans at work, so I should get paid or I should be working here. It's extra work. It's some sort of labor, but no, it's not looked at as work. It is a responsibility. A work and responsibility are two different things. Okay, so you're being a responsible parent. You're being a responsible spouse. You're not working. You're not on the fucking clock. All right, so let's continue here. And what I do can be a different time. It doesn't have to be at the same time. All right.
When did you become in control of my bedtime?
Right there. And look at with confidence. The question was, when did you become control of my bedtime? Marriage. Like, this to me is a sickening mindset. This is to me what I warn you about. This is what men believe. There's a lot of men that believe this. She wears the pants. I got to listen to her. I don't want to be in the doghouse. Happy wife, happy life. I don't want to piss her off. She could divorce me. I'm your slave master. I get the control when you go to sleep, nigga. Like you're a child or a slave. This is sick. And the minute you rebel against this, well, you're going to find out. She'll cut you off from sex. She'll complain. She'll call you abusive. She'll take your kids away. All of that because this right here. You thought I was playing. But somebody said, keep that pic. Hold on for a second. Let's screenshot that shit. This is why I get the control when you get sex, when you eat, when you go to sleep. Right here. Now, this is sick. This can't be real, but it's real. I control who you fuck, when you don't fuck, when you wake up, when you go to sleep, how we spend the money, all of that, because you put this ring on my finger. Now, before you put the ring on her finger, I just want to be a wife. I just want to be a mom. I just want to feel loved. I want to feel secure. That's what the ring meant. It didn't mean I get to be your slave master. It didn't mean I get to control when you go to sleep. It meant I'm an honest woman. I'm married to you. We're destined together. You know, we're going to do. It did not mean that she gets to be your hall monitor, your school marm. It doesn't mean that, but now it means it to her now. Well, I'm married to you, so I get to tell you what to do from here on out. We're playing house. I get to control you. Now, her beef is that he ain't helping around the house. No, I think her beef is he's not helping around the house when she wants him to help around the house. Can we agree with this? I don't think the problem is him not helping around the house. I think they don't have that problem. I think she is mad that when she's doing work, she thinks he should be doing the work. When she's picking cotton, she wants him to pick cotton. When she's putting motherfucking peanut butter on celery, she wants him to be doing something. That's what it is. It's not that he's not doing anything. It's that she wants him to do it when she's doing it. So she feels like it's fair. All right. It's fair this way.
Wow. Let me zoom. Oh, I wish I could zoom in.
All right. Zoom in on that little shit. That's why she acting funny. All right. Zoom in on that little cracker box shit.
Don't tap my phone with it.
And then point one.
And there you go. Kids. I had your kids, nigga. I own you. Because if I decide to take these kids, then you're going to be like that other dude, that Russian Jewish dude that was going crazy and ham. Okay? So the fact that I got your kids, then you're going to be like him. You want to be like him, or you want to do what I say? This is holding the proverbial gun against your head. All right, so she was like, and I have your kid, so guess what? I get to tell you what to do.
Uno, dos.
And he got his hands full right there. As long as she got them, and he got 18 years of this shit. These kids ain't even 1 year old, barely. 17 years.
Okay. Got
Yes.
it. Got it.
Got it. She like, you work for me, nigga. The minute I go to family court, I'm going to show you. You work for me. And she still will get access to his resources by virtue of them being married and having them kids. She was like, oh, you don't want to work for me? Okay, cool. I'm going to divorce you. And all of that, half of your money going to go to me.